Hello, welcome back to our channel, PopCULTURE'd.
Yes, welcome back. And this is Music Corner, where my husband introduces music to me, and here I am forced to listen to it.
That's right, forced to listen to these songs and forced to like it. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not forced to like it.
If you're new to this channel, welcome. Music Corner, pretty hype. It's kind of like our MJ Corner, but this is all music now.
Yes.
Today I'm so hyped because we are doing a song from my favorite rock band, probably my favorite band in general of all time, Breaking Benjamin, a band that you're obviously very familiar with because I do play songs by them, but from what I gather, you're not like a huge fan of theirs, which is blasphemous. Like, if I knew this before we got married, probably wouldn't have been a marriage. You think I'm joking, but
A marriage ender.
But there have been some songs that you have enjoyed by them, right?
I do like some of their songs, but I'm not a huge fan. So if people just be nice in the comments, like, I'm so sorry, I can't
slaughter her.
I can't stop my facial expression.
But I think that's kind of cool about this segment or this channel. It's like we don't have to like it, but typically the songs that I typically want to like play are songs we can have a pretty good discussion about. And with Breaking Benjamin, man, like, for those of you who don't know, like, Breaking Benjamin is probably one of the biggest rock bands currently in the past like 20-25 years, and their songs really they always tell like a simple story, but they really dwell deep into the meaning. So if they're talking about love, it's not a surface level type of discussion. It's always like they go really deep into it. And that's what I love about them, is the lyrics and Benjamin's voice and just everything. But let's just get on to it, because I really want you to listen to the song. It's a song that I've been recently rediscovering and kind of re-falling in love with. It's off of their second album called We Are Not Alone. It has a very distinct style and sound, and it's a sound that I wasn't a huge fan of when I first started to get into this band, but man, as like the years go on, I'm finding myself going back to this album quite a bit. But this is probably my favorite song off the album, so I'm really excited for you to listen to it. So typically we just kind of jump into the video, and then we have a pretty lengthy discussion at the end. So hopefully you stick around with that. But let's get on to it. This is Breaking Benjamin, Break My Fall, off of the We Are Not Alone album.
Let's go.
Fought me once, but not again. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Okay, I got it.
His voice.
You fought me once, but not again.
Ooh, his voice. I'm sorry.
Okay, he is a fan.
Let me feel your heavy hand. I will clean your fucking bath. And leave no trace of evidence. I'm losing you again. Let me out and let me in. 'Cause you're not alone here, not at all. Let me belong here. Break my fall. Shelter me from this again.
Oh man, his voice, the lyrics.
Dedicated to the end. Help me break my conscience out.
That's so Benjamin Burley. That's serious. Oh my god. His voice.
To free us from our innocence. I am losing you again. Let me out and let me in. 'Cause you're not alone here, not at
Woo! I actually legit don't know if you really like this song or you're just vibing with it, but like, oh my god, I got lost listening to this again.
If you didn't hear how much he's fangirling over it, it's like, oh my god.
Oh god, I love this. So yeah, I'm actually very, very curious to know your thoughts because honestly, guys, I've been trying to get her into Breaking Benjamin for like I would say at least 5 to 6 years. I've been really trying to push it on her, and there's some songs she does connect with, but man, like I'll play her like Ashes of Eden by Breaking Benjamin, and she's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, what? If you're a Breaking Benjamin fan, you know. But yeah, I'm actually very curious. Like, what is your thoughts on this song?
Actually, listening to this song, we have had this many conversation of why I couldn't get into Breaking Benjamin. I couldn't really put it into words. And today, while listening to this song, I can finally put it into words.
Why you don't like them?
Why I can't get into them. Because I'm like listening to this, I can vibe with the music.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics is like, Ben is like just like a savant.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's like really top tier. But the thing is, for people who has like, you know, seen our other videos, who's seen me talk, I'm very much surface level. Like, I need to understand it right away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes I would talk about like pain, hurt, and love, while Ben is talking about gods and angels and how that connects to hurt and pain. And so, like, Breaking Benjamin, their songs is too deep. I'm listening to this and honestly I don't understand. Like I'm just listening and I'm vibing. It's like this is a good song. And we actually watched this twice because I was trying to understand what they were talking about. I do not get it. I really do not. And so that is why I can't get into them.
So basically you're saying that basically you're saying that you're not intelligent enough to appreciate the art and magnificence of Benjamin Burnley of Breaking
Actually,
Benjamin.
I can tell that they're magnificent.
Yeah.
I can actually tell that they're like, whoa, they're amazing. That they're like, they're not even great. They're like God level. They're like just the lyrics, like the way like Ben like talks about something is like I'm not artsy enough for this. It's like that's why I'm not good at arts. So like I can tell that they are great, but it's just that in my heart I can't tell and connect to it.
Yeah, so before we like kind of give our own kind of interpretation of the song or maybe what you got out of it, I just want to read something that, you know, would kind of maybe shed some light on maybe what the song was about, because it is true. Like even when I listen to a Breaking Benjamin song, sometimes I just get so engulfed in his voice and the music and the harmonies and just the feeling of it, you know, that sometimes it does kind of get lost in translation. So I have to like go back and I have to really, you know, dig deep into the lyrics. So I just want to give you a bit maybe of like an overview of the song. And the thing with Breaking Benjamin and what Benjamin has said in the past, that his songs are very interpretive. So there isn't a right or wrong meaning. It's literally what you get right out of the song. But maybe just to kind of like filter it, I just, you know, just so we can have like a bit of a discussion on it. Here's just some thoughts on the song. The song Break My Fall by Breaking Benjamin explores themes of inner struggle, emotional pain, and seeking support or salvation in moments of vulnerability. So the first one could be inner turmoil. The lyrics suggest a battle within oneself, dealing with intense emotions like fear, doubt, or regret. The imagery of falling represents a loss of control or sinking into despair. Seeking help. The phrase break my fall implies the desire for someone or something to prevent complete collapse. It could symbolize leaning on someone for emotional support or seeking redemption. Resilience and hope. Despite the darkness, there's an undercurrent of yearning for strength and recovery. It reflects the hope that even in moments of weakness, one can find a way to rise again with help. Ultimately, the song captures the vulnerability of human emotions and the need for connection during difficult times.
Damn, that's amazing.
Yeah, so that's like extremely deep. I understand, but that's the thing about Breaking Benjamin's songs is that he really likes to talk about the human condition, about suffering, about sorrow, about pain, but they do it in such a poetic and prophetic way. And what kind of separates Breaking Benjamin from a lot of other rock bands in the scene is that when you hear a Breaking Benjamin song, some of the complaints are that, oh, it sounds like Breaking Benjamin. They have a formula and it works. But what does change is that the lyrics get deeper and they talk about subjects with such a mature mindset and with such a poetic way. And it's so profound when I hear a Breaking Benjamin song, because I know I'm never going to get a filler song. I'm not going to get a throwaway song. I'm always going to get a song that will connect. Like every song by Breaking Benjamin, whether you like it or you don't, will connect with somebody in a very deep and magnificent way. So the song does, dig deep into, wanting to be there for somebody else, and you're constantly there. Like the lyric when he's like, I will clean up your fucking mess, right? But then it kind of goes into, but I need you to break my fall, because sometimes being someone's emotional support or emotional crutch, while you're their hero or their savior at the time, nobody really checks on the hero in the end and what they are going through. And sometimes being someone's emotional support and that gravity, it does weigh on that person. It does take away a bit of their life, a bit of their soul. And sometimes they're just asking, will you be there to break my fall like I've always been there to break your fall? And it doesn't have to really necessarily mean like a loved one. It could just mean humans in general. Like we should be there for each other to break each other's fall, and in turn we should be there for that person as well. And in doing that, it kind of like connects people and it brings some type of unity. But I mean, that's just my interpretation. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I kind of get from the song.
That's actually so beautiful. And he keeps repeating this thing that, Breaking Benjamin sound like Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
Because I said that when they got their Awaken album.
Their new song,
like their
Awaken.
New song Awaken. Like when he played the new song Awaken, my first reaction was like, it sounds like Breaking Benjamin. It's like their same song. It's like the same sound all throughout these years. And he just can't get over that I said that. But I did fell in love with it, and it really grew on me, and now it's our son's favorite song.
Yeah, our son dances to the opening riff of Awaken. It's so amazing.
Every time. And then, yeah, like that song, like how you interpreted it and what it kind of meant for you, that's actually beautiful. And that's so true. Like they did say there that I'll clean up your mess, which is like what we do for someone who's really in need for help. But then sometimes like that person who's always there to clean up your mess, this person who's always giving you emotional support, sometimes they need times as well. Like, there are times too that they will be weak. They're not always going to be the strong one for you. And if someone is giving you that emotional support, like love and like understanding, like be there for that person as well. And I love that. And
yeah, I'm pretty smart.
I know. And that is why it's going to be hard for me to like get into Breaking Benjamin, because the first time I listen to it, I cannot understand it.
But isn't that like the beauty of it though, that we can listen to songs and bands can have like a deeper meaning or just like a meaning that's pretty straightforward. But with Breaking Benjamin, it kind of, I'm not saying it feels like homework, but when you listen to a Breaking Benjamin song, it really makes you stop on what you're doing and you really need to hear what they're saying, because it may sound like, oh, the song's about this, but when you really read the lyrics, sometimes you're just like, whoa, like what are they talking about? Let's dig deep. And I honestly feel that listening to a Breaking Benjamin song, it does open your mind up a bit more. It does give your mind something to think about and something to dig deeper into the meaning of like the meaning of life, or just the meaning of the song. And that's what I love about it. And to me, the song is kind of like, it kind of gets broken down into two parts. So like the first verse, or kind of like the interlude where it's like Mayday, Mayday. You know, I think that first part of that song is him or the speaker talking to somebody that they are trying to protect. And then what happens is maybe throughout that turmoil, through that, you know, human suffering, they both fall. And that's why it's Mayday, Mayday. And then the second part, it's kind of the hero. Now it's their turn trying to ask for help. You know, all of their innocence was taken away from the chaos of the world, and now they need someone there to break their fall. And you know, they are reaching out, and sometimes there is no hand to reach back to them. And you know, Benjamin has always suffered like from a drug addiction and from alcoholism, and this album he was heavily into alcohol. He's now sober, you know, he's been sober now for the last couple of albums, but this album was heavily, like, he was heavily intoxicated while writing and even recording. So to kind of hear, you know, that person's mindset into a song, you really kind of view the world on how they how they view it with such skewed eyes. It's just, it's a beautiful thing. And you know, I really want us to do more Breaking Benjamin songs, even if you don't like it. It's, you know, it's just for you to kind of like understand maybe why this band means so much to me. You know, like, it's a band that I always will go to listen to, and it's a band that, you know, I will just connect with a song that I haven't heard in years, and it becomes like my song of like the month. And you know, I really want to dig deeper into a lot of their songs and, you know, kind of discuss it with you. So
that's actually a really beautiful sentiment, and the way you're talking about it is that it reminds me of how much I love anime. Mm-hmm. You love music. I think his number one in his life is music. Yeah. And like, you know, he's always like listened to music every time, everywhere, like in all the days of his, like, you know, every time, like every hour of the day, like he would always listen. Well, for me, I watch anime all day. I think that is a big difference, is that I am not a music person. I don't just listen to music. I have to be in the mood, and sometimes I'm not even in the mood for days not to listen to music. But for him, he is listening to music all the time, every day. And so that is why probably I cannot, like, you know, always like connect to Breaking Benjamin, because once I can't understand something right away, or like, you know, the way you talk about like their lyrics and what they're like, you know, what they're talking about in such a philosophical way, that is actually how I feel when it comes to anime. When anime brings out a subject that like I didn't even think of, like, you know, I didn't think right away, or like something that makes me like think of the human condition of like my life, how it connects to me and how it connects to people in this age, in the era of my life, that makes me like really like fall in love with anime so much. But it's just that I think it's just gonna be so hard for me to feel that way in music. But I love the way you talk about Breaking Benjamin, and I love how you explain it. Yeah,
so we'll definitely do more songs by Breaking Benjamin, even if you don't like it, just to have the conversation, and just so you can kind of like see why this band is like means so much to me. You know, like, they were kind of like my gateway drug into rock music, but they're the band that has kind of like stayed with me since I really got into rock music. And yeah, I'm very excited for their new album to come out, hopefully soon.
I'm actually excited for that too.
Yeah, because their song Awaken,
I actually love Awaken.
Yeah,
as well.
To me is like one of my top 5 favorite songs by them. Like that song came out, when was it, in November, and it made my top 10 Spotify Wrapped, like my most played song of the year. It was in my top 10. Yeah. So that's how much I played that song, and I still play that song to this moment, you know, at least once or twice a day. But yeah. I'm so excited that you're able to connect with the song and to actually like somewhat kind of appreciate, you know, their sound and their style. And you know,
I vibe with their song, and I can tell that they are amazing lyricists. Like, I can tell. And you know, it's just that honestly, I'm just really not smart enough sometimes for these, like, you know, for the lyrics. Is like,
that's why I'm here.
I know. That's why I actually love listening to you, because like the way you explain is like, it's kind of beautiful.
Thank
you.
I
appreciate it more. But for me, by myself, it's like, I don't get it.
So yeah, guys, what song should I play for her next by Breaking Benjamin? I have a few that I really want to play for her. But you guys let me know, and yeah, tell me your guys' thoughts on Breaking Benjamin. Any requests, put in the comments as well. We'll definitely add them to our growing list. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes, thank you so much. For watching our videos, for giving us time to just watch our videos, comment, like, subscribe, whatever you do. It brings us a lot of joy that you guys are actually looking into our content, and hopefully you guys can watch our other contents as well. We do CinemaScope, where we talk about everything about movies, MJ Corner, where we go through MJ, all the MJ songs, because I'm not familiar with him, familiar with his songs. I'm familiar with him now. But yes, so hopefully you guys can go through with our journey with us, and stay in tune.
Yeah, see you in the next video.
See you.